Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. This is my Finish It Friday video for Friday, April 26th, 2024. So if you want to see what I've been working on this week, please stay tuned. I am so excited to share what I've been working on this past week. It's been I guess, a relatively productive week, but I'm actually filming this on Monday because I didn't film at all this weekend. I was celebrating my birthday was last week. So I enjoyed my birthday celebrate all weekend and it was just a lot of fun. So I'm filming early Monday morning so that you guys can get a look at what I've been working on. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed, who's commented, especially on the Scrappy Bricks tutorial that I released. I've gotten a lot of great feedback and I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel. I have one more shout out I'd like to do. And this is sort of, I guess, a little shout out video because I received some inspiration from some other folks and I'll tag them and then I will link their channels and the videos that it relates to in the description box, so you can check them out. The first person I'd like to shout out is Suze at Revelation Quilts. She left the sweetest comment about me on her community page, and I'm just so grateful. And she also accompanied it with a super thanks. And so I'm just so excited and grateful because I was watching her videos and the things that she does with quilts is really special and really amazing. So I'm just excited that I could encourage her to start her YouTube journey. I'll put the comment that she left. I think I'll put it right here so that you can check that out. And also check out her channel. Like I said, she does some amazing things with her quilts, and it's just a lot of fun to watch. So thank you again, Suze, for your kind words and for your sweet super thanks. I really appreciate it. Now on to what I've been working on this week. I have been doing a lot of hand work because I have two quilts that I'm binding by hand. So we'll start with those. The first one is the coin quilt, and I won't open this one up. It's kind of big, but I was able to get some pretty good work done on it. I think that I've turned, let's see, I've turned 3 corners on this one. And so I really have just like, I have to finish a short side and then almost all of the long side because where I started it, it was kind of almost at the end of this side. So I'll do a quick little scroll so you can see most of that is done. So exciting. And so this part isn't bound yet. And then on this side, this little section right here. So I've made good progress on it. And so I hope to get it finished within the next couple weeks. I'm not spending too much time on this, but this is my, like, if I need to leave home project, this is what I'm taking with me. So like I said, good work done on it. Really excited. And this is like one of my favorite. I just really am excited to see this one finished. And then so I can get it washed and check it out after it's all done. But so excited about that progress. The other one that I was working on was this rainbow trip around the world, and I'm so close to having it done. I have turned 3 corners. So and normally I keep it folded, but y'all just got to see this. So, and I don't know how much of it we can get into the camera here. My microphone's being weird, but so check out. It is so cute. And I was concerned about the binding. I was concerned because there's this turquoise in here that's not really in the quilt, but it looks great. And then some of these fabrics in the binding are actually in the quilt. So super cute. And the only part that I have left to finish is this much. So it is so close. And then when I started it, I started at the very end of this. So I just have to turn that corner and then I'll basically be done. So what a great project. It looks so awesome. And I can't wait to share it with you once it's all done. It is just, I would say perfect. I wouldn't exactly say perfect, but I just think it's the sweetest little quilt. And I think it's perfect for the little baby who's going to get it. So I'm so excited about that one. Now I have, for my priorities this next week, of course, getting that rainbow quilt around the world, a trip around the world quilt done. That is like priority 1A. Now, priority 1B is this project, and I've had it for a while, and I put it on a video several weeks ago. But this is a piece of a dress that I am going to turn into a pocket square for a young man that I know who's getting married. His mom requested that this become a pocket square. This is from her mother, his grandmother's dress. I think it's the dress that the grandmother wore to the mom's wedding. I think that's my understanding of it. And so I have to, I'm going to take this section, and I talked it over with somebody who is like a sewing expert, and we finally came up with to just cut a rectangle out of this. And what I'm going to do is just put the pieces right side together and stitch around it and turn it and top stitch it. That's what I'm going to do with this part. But I decided also, this is kind of a surprise for the mom, that I'm going to make her a handkerchief as well. So this lace on the outside, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to put it on a handkerchief. And I ordered, this one is like a 12 by 12. It's too big, but I ordered an 8 by 8 from Amazon, and it should be coming today. And so I'm going to attach this on the edge of the quilt like that, and it's going to be so pretty, and she can have that as a memento for the wedding as well. And so my hope is that I have enough of this to do all 4 sides. If not, I'll have to figure something else out, but I've already taken these 2 parts off, and then there's just this part left. And maybe even if it's just 3 sides, it'll still be just a sweet gift that she can have for the wedding. But that's kind of a surprise for her. But this is priority 1B, to get this done. And really, it probably should be priority 1A. I know that that her son is getting married this month, but I'm not sure of the exact date. But yeah, really sweet. Can't wait to see how all of this comes together. And I'm grateful that there was somebody that I could talk to. I have been ruminating on it for a while, just trying to figure out how to handle it. And I think I finally got it because I was able to get some wise counsel. So I'm excited about that. That's really nice. Now, since I have been doing handwork this week, I decided to give myself a little bit of permission to do a sewing project. Not really a sewing project, but just to do some fun sewing. So I was inspired. I think I'm going to put a picture here. I've been watching the Amy Dement channel. I think that's how you say it, on YouTube. And she has a quilt in her, like in the background of her video, like hanging up on the wall, that I pulled a lot of inspiration from. And then when she did the Vlogmas this past December, she talked about that quilt, and I'm blown away by it. So what it is a string quilt that uses 3 colors. She has 1 color in the middle and then 2 colors on either side of that. And I was just so inspired by it that I think I'm going to create one like this as well. I pulled, I mentioned this in a few videos back. And so I pulled some strings. Let me grab them over here. And the three colors that I thought about were navy blue, gray, and green. So when I went in my string stash, I pulled out all of the navy blue, gray, and green that I saw. And then as I cut scraps, if I get to more navy blue, gray, green, I'm putting them in here. What I did this week was I found a piece of fabric that is not really my style that I had in my stash. I'm sure it was given to me. This fabric here, and I've cut it into 10-inch squares, and I'm going to use this as my foundation for my string blocks. I'm not sure how long this project will take or if I will spend a definite amount of time on it, because honestly, the last thing I need is a new project. But I just wanted to give myself a little bit of permission to sew this week on the sewing machine, and so that's what I did. I have 28 of these foundation squares. I think I'll need 30 to get a reasonable size block or size quilt, but I made 2 blocks this week. I'm going to use the navy as my center block, and then the gray and green will go on either side. So here's one of the blocks that I made. And here's the other block that I made. I like these a lot, and I'm interested to see what everything is going to look like when it's together. I will link Amy's video about her quilt. I think she used red, purple, and green. I think that's what she did. But I'll link that video where she talks about that quilt. Thank you, Amy, for the inspiration. I'm super excited to make a quilt that's even a little bit similar to that. So a lot of fun. And you guys know, if you've been following my channel, I do love string quilts. I've made 3 that I can think of off the top of my head, one for my niece and one for my mom. And those were both Quilt As You Go. And then I made another one, the heartstrings quilt, that I gave away for a birthday this year. So I will link, I think I'll link the heartstrings quilt so that you can go back and check that out and check out those string blocks. But I think this is going to be a really nice project. I'm interested to see what it looks like. I think I'm most concerned about if I'm going to have enough scraps to create it, or if I'm going to have to go through my yardage or something like that to pull them. But still a lot of fun. Excited to work on that. And I have one more thing that I want to share. I'll go grab it. I've been starching like crazy. So let me see if I can find what I've been starching. I have to make the graduation quilt for my little sister. And it needs to be made by May 25th. So I don't have a lot of time, but I'm just going to make I think I'm just going to make the top and take the top down, and we'll sign it. I think I'm still thinking about that, if I want to do that. I won't really know though until I get the quilt made. But I starched all of this fabric, and I still have like maybe about 4 or 5 more pieces to get starched, and then we will I'll start working on this quilt. I am going to document the process. Again, this was inspired by another YouTuber. The pattern that I'm going to use is called Type It, and I'm looking around the room to see if I can see what I did with the pattern. I don't see it right here at my fingertips, but I was inspired by April from April's Craft Room. She did this quilt. It's a free pattern from Zen Chic, and I was just really drawn to it. So I want to put this together as a graduation quilt. And my goal with it is to have that center section be all very light so that people can sign it for the graduate. So it's really cool. And hopefully I can get started on this week. Maybe. I know that the trip around the world and the pocket square need to take priority, but I can go ahead and start. So I'll finish up the starting for sure this week. Hopefully I can get to sewing on this really soon. One cool thing about this quilt is that it's not going to be hard to sew. It's simple sewing. I think it is a lot of sewing because it's just 2.5-inch strips, but I think it's not hard sewing. So I'm excited about that. Let me know in the comments what you're working on, what you're excited about for this week. I kind of feel like I have a lot going on, but I'm just going to take it one day at a time and do what I can do. And plus, these projects that I'm taking on, I think they're going to be a lot of fun for me. So it's definitely worth the time and energy that it takes. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video, leave them in the comments below. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!